you had the experience of buying stuff online. Not only because it's convenient, it's also because there's a lot of stuff you cannot find in the physical retail store. So instead of spending money online, you should make money online. Do you agree? If you do, please type agree in the chat box. The early stage of e-commerce was eBay online auction. For me, I feel like online auction was for people who sell second-hand products and just make a little bit of additional income. But today, e-commerce became an economic trend that made a lot of people make tons of money, like multi-millions. Basically, e-commerce is you buy products at lower cost from your vendors, and you resell these products by listing them online. You sell the product at higher price, making the difference between the cost and the retail price. And then you ship the products to the end consumers. Or if you don't want to deal with this yourself, you can ship the products to Amazon Fulfillment Center, Amazon FBA. That means you pay Amazon warehouse for them to stock your inventory, for them to ship products to your end consumers. So you don't have to worry about if you need a warehouse nor employees. And you can keep your job, or if you don't want to do that, you can also quit and fully focus on your online business. Besides Amazon Fulfillment Center, there's a lot of third-party fulfillment centers out there now. These fulfillment centers were originally logistic companies because logistic industry is not doing well lately. So they had to find new opportunity to serve online sellers. So someone asked me this question in the survey that I asked you to fill out when you sign up for this webinar. She asked, I have a full-time job, so I can't take care of the fulfillment myself, but Amazon FBA is too expensive for me. Is there any alternative way to do this? Well, you can definitely consider this third-party fulfillment centers because they are getting very competitive. So they will definitely offer a much more competitive price. When people want to know how to find vendors, most of the online sellers use Alibaba.com to import the products overseas. If you want to find local vendors, you can check out wholecentral.com. wholecentral.com. Or you can simply just Google it. Actually, some of the local vendors offer really good pricing. Or if you already have a business, you can apply to become a distributor of a famous brand. But there are many restrictions for selling as a distributor, so you won't make much profit from it. Also, if you like to handmade stuff, you can build your own unique products. Or you can find the vendors in trade show. To my best knowledge, the biggest trade show is Canton Fair in Guangzhou, China. Let me tell you the rules of e-commerce. First, this is not a get-rich-quick thing. This does not exist anywhere. If it does, everyone should be rich now. Second, there's also no doing nothing, make tons of money. Especially when you first launch your business. You will need to spend a lot of time figuring out how everything works. Well, maybe after the business is stable, you can do less, but it's impossible to do nothing at all. If you think there's a job that can help you get rich overnight by doing nothing, please type it in the chat box, because I would like to know that too. Don't tell me about lottery. The chance of winning is too small. Now, please allow me to do a self-introduction. I was born in Taiwan in 1982. So my first language is Mandarin, so please excuse my accent. I hope all of you can understand me just fine. I immigrated to Los Angeles in USA in 1996 with my family. I used to love video games, so my whole education and career was built around that. Because I mostly played Japanese video games when I was in Taiwan. So in 2003, I studied abroad in Sophia University in Tokyo for 1 year as an exchange student from UC San Diego. So I know how to speak a little bit of Japanese. ちょっと日本語を話せます。How many of you know how to speak Japanese? If you do, please type in Japanese in chat box. Perhaps we can have a conversation in Japanese next time. I graduated from UC San Diego in 2005 with computing and arts degree. And I started working with EA Games right after I graduated. While I was working, I'm also learning Academy of Art University to get my master's degree in animation and visual effects. Don't you think this resume looks like a resume from a typical Asian who's going to spend the rest of her life in the gaming industry? Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought I would end up as an art director in game development company. But economy crashed so bad in 2009, I got laid off. and my dream of becoming an art director crashed as well. How many of you got laid off before? If you do, please type in "lay off" in the chat box. I always remember the day I got laid off because you know what? It was my 27th birthday. That day after lunchtime, our project manager came by, told everyone that today will be our last day because they couldn't find next project. And there's not enough funding. But they will give us additional 2 weeks salary. So I was thinking, I've been working in this company for 2 years. Even though I heard lots of layoff stories from my friends, I never thought this would actually happen to me. So I had coworkers. I had this coworker. He smashed the Wii controller on the ground and just took off. And I still stayed till at the end of the day. Finished everything I should have. After work, I called my family and told them, hey, I just got laid off today. I have no more work tomorrow. So everything happened so quickly, just like that. I lost my dream job, I lost my passion, and I couldn't find a job. Every morning, I didn't want to wake up. I couldn't accept the fact that I got laid off. And I kept checking my emails for possible upcoming interviews. I feel empty inside. I feel like a loser. I didn't know what else I can do besides working in gaming industry. Even though my friends told me, don't worry, you will find a better job. But it's horrible when there's no income, and I still have to pay my loans every month. Even though I get money from the government, you know it's not enough. And it's really normal you get laid off from the in-gaming industry. So I thought, maybe if I find another 3D artist job, I will get laid off again after a project. So after that, I submitted tons of resumes. Only a few responded, including Blizzard. The company made World of Warcraft, but I didn't pass their 3D art test. And finally, after 6 months of being jobless, I gave up the gaming industry because my father's business was in a real bad shape. So he needed some help. And on the other side, I found the 3D instructor job in a private art school. They paid me $15 per hour. So I thought, seriously? I spent so much tuition to build my career. I had 4 years of professional experience in the industry, and I'm worth only $15 per hour? Well, I guess it's what it's like when you work for someone else. I don't get to decide my own values. Other people get to decide it. So just like that, I was working like a zombie with no soul for 2 years. Even though my dad had me helping him, his business is not getting any better, but worse. So we found out the traditional business and traditional business operation doesn't work anymore in this century because of the internet. So we thought the only way out is to utilize internet and to make money. In 2011, my father and myself invest $600 to buy some small products in Taiwan, put everything in the luggage and brought it back to US. Although the business was established by 2 of us, but it was mainly myself did everything. He was just there nagging behind me. So we first started with eBay and then launched on Amazon 1 year later. As you can see, I had no business background at all. I wasn't an artist. Even though my dad owns a business, his knowledge is only suitable for traditional business. So we start an online business without a clue. For our first month, we did $1,000. I was happy because it really worked. I started to think, oh, maybe making money is not that hard. This chart was our 2011 revenue. We did $43,000 for the first year. So one day, when I was sitting in my garage, staring at the computer and packing for the daily online orders that I got from eBay and Amazon, trying to figure out how much we can sell this month. Within a few hours, I finished packing, put everything in a trunk, and drove to the post office. I thought everything was easy. And then suddenly, I realized one thing. $43,000. It's less than my salary when I was a 3D artist. And this number was before the product cost and the marketplace commission. Seriously? How could I make a living with this amount of money? It didn't feel right. So I thought, should I go back to where I was, the video game industry? Now, how many of you have this doubt before? I believe a lot of people did when they first started business. But just because of this doubt, it changed my life. I started doing some study and research, kept testing different ways, and finally, I built a formula that works all the time. Do you guys want to know this formula? If you do, please type yes in the chat box. So, 2012 and 2013, I spent tons of time doing study and research. I tried to sell popular products. I was so excited because I saw everyone's gonna buy it. But it didn't go the way I expected. I wasted my money. And I tried advertisement, but nobody cared. I wasted more money. So I tried different e-commerce platforms. I wasted more time and money. So I tried everything I could. Now, how many of you tried all this but didn't get any results? If you did, type in "I tried" in the chat box. But the good thing is, after all that, I finally found a way that works. Finally, in the 4th year of our business, our revenue hit $1 million, and we did $1.42 million in 2015, and we did $1.71 million in 2016. So, as you can see in this chart, our business grew 5 times the 2nd year, and it grew double for the 3rd and the 4th year. Based on my success and experiments, I built a formula that can help anyone's online business grow fast. So people who learn this formula don't have to spend years and tons of money on their own experiments. And they can also scale up their business fast. I just said that we did $1.71 million in 2016. But some people might think I probably made this up. So I'm showing you the screenshot of my sales. On the left-hand side, it's a sales number by month from Amazon. It includes the sales number from January 16 to May 17. If we add up the total for just 2016, it's going to be $986,379.48. On the right-hand side, as you can see, I set the dates to be 2016 only. The orange portion is the sales from all other marketplaces, such as eBay, and the purple portion is our web store sales. So that's a total of $645,032.96. The remaining balance that I didn't show you is from walk-in customers and wholesales to other business. That is $78,587.52. Because those money are direct deposit into our bank, so it's difficult to show you in a screenshot. So that's a total of $1.71 million. Well, most beginners might wonder, for a company like this, isn't it require a lot of employees? The answer is no. Because Amazon warehouse saves us a lot of work, so we only need 3 to 4 people in the shipping department to take care of everything. So the picture on the left hand is my garage. I started here, all from here in 2011. This garage only fits 1 car. It was about 260 square feet, and there were about 100 SKUs in this picture. Anyways, what I want to say is, most of the big companies start from their small garage. And those famous entrepreneurs were just like us. They were ordinary humans with big vision. They encountered endless obstacles to get this far. As you can see on the right hand side, Apple, Amazon, Disney, and Google all start from their own small garage. As I mentioned before, my life started to change in 2011. We hit over $1 million revenue in 2014, and the number is still growing each year. In 2015, I founded the LM Pro and started teaching people how to make tons of money by selling online. In 2016, my life changed again because of LM Pro. I built up followers so quickly and got some attention by the media. Here is a list of the more well-known media. I got interviewed by Grant Cardone TV. I got featured on the Huffington Post, Fox, CBS News, NBC, and ABC. And I plan to publish a book in 2017. And I just want you to know that my e-commerce business has nothing to do with this media. These are all for my training business LM Pro, so they have nothing to do with my e-commerce business revenue. Also, I'm not talking about this to brag. I just want you to know there's too much information out there. Some are real, some are scam. So you need to know how to identify them. Now, we have a 9,200 square feet warehouse near Los Angeles. We also have offices in Taiwan and China. Not only that, my personality changed as well. I used to think about where to go after work, what video games to buy. Now I think about how to scale out the business, how to meet more entrepreneurs, what conference to go to, what books to buy. Entrepreneurship can really change someone inside out. As you can see in this picture, I evolved into a magazine model from the monkey. Besides the financial freedom from the entrepreneurship, what I like the most is the time freedom. I can travel whenever I want to. I don't remember how many countries I've been to, but I went to 7 countries just in 2016. I went to snowboard on Alps in France. I learned to cook in Vietnam. I played jet ski in the Bahamas. I hiked on the glacier in Iceland. I rode a horse to visit ancient temples in China. Now I want to talk about my mentors. I first met Jack Canfield, the co-author of Chicken Soup for Soul series. If you never read this book, you should read. If you never read this book, you should heard of this book, right? If you know who he is, please type in Jack Canfield in the chat box. Well, Jack told me everyone needs 1 or 2 mentors, and this mentor needs to be someone who already achieved the success that I want to. So I met my first mentor, Matt Pushes, on Facebook. He's a 21-year-old boy from Lithuania. He's very young but very successful. Matt was featured in an article in entrepreneur.com. They call him the youngest, highest paid internet consultant in the world. His hourly rate is $5,000 per hour. He made his first $1 million when he was 18. So I just hired him as my mentor. There was this one time Matt came to Los Angeles and he invited me to go to this mastermind session at Tai Lopez's Beverly Hills mansion. That's how I found out Tai Lopez is actually Matt Posh's mentor. And I was actually in Tai's 67-step program a while back. But that was the first time I saw Tai Lopez in person. Today in this seminar, I will talk a lot about what I learned from Tai Lopez quite often. So for those of you who don't know Tai Lopez, he spoke in TED Talk and he has more than 20 multi-million business. He's really good about entrepreneurial mindset and associating himself with all the famous entrepreneurs such as Mark Cuban from Shark Tank. Tai throws a lot of party at his Beverly Hills mansion, and people who got invited are usually celebrities or multimillionaires. So that day at his house, I met Keith Alkley in the party. He's the extreme marketing expert. I talked to Keith in the party. He invited me to go to his seminar, and I ended up hiring him as my second mentor. So why does getting mentor matters? Let me show you my own journey for my second business. The orange line was August 27th, the first day I started hiring mentors. As you can see, after that date, I skyrocketed my business. Before that, I had some little sales but no significant result. And there's no single sales from January to April because I had no guidance. I had no idea what I was doing. After hiring mentors, they opened a gate for me to enter into a different world that I'd never seen before. Something like getting on the stage to speak, meeting Louis' house, did a video with him, and meeting Tai Lopez in person at his house. Okay, now we have a little quiz. I hope everyone can do this with me. Please close your eyes and imagine, what if you understand all the secrets you need to build your own $1 million online store? And you actually did it after a few years. Your revenue is $1 million. After all the operation costs, you get about $40,000 a month. What does your life look like? You can finally take your family to the vacation that you promised them a long time ago. You no longer need to worry about the payments and the loans. You no longer need to care about what your boss thinks. Your friends think you're awesome. You used to fight with your spouse about the money usage. Now, you're planning your spontaneous Europe trip together. You used to take hours to commute to work every day. Now you can work at anywhere you want. How does it sound? Okay, now you can open your eyes. First of all, if you want to make more money, you need to understand the game of money. It's basically levels of career. As you can see in this triangle, most of the people are employees. They work for others, 9-to-5 jobs or paid by hourly wage. In this level of the career, you don't have to be responsible for company's failures or success. You don't need to worry about if the company is making money or not, and you don't need to worry about work after work. But your time is being controlled by your job. Your income is also controlled by your boss. The next level is self-employed, the one-man company. You're your own boss. You can work whenever you want, but how much you make depends on how much you work. So when you realize you don't have enough time, you will start hiring employees, and then you become a small business owner. These employees will take parts of your work, so you can handle more sales, more customers. But most of the small business owners got stuck in this level, and they don't know how to proceed to the next level. The reason is because they think they're the best, and they don't have any friends who are better than them. They don't trust any other people. They think nobody else can do better than themselves. So it ended up they did most of the stuff. And what they don't realize is they spend most of the time to maintain their company instead of focusing on the growth. So how do they go to the next level, the big company? You need to establish a system and teach the system to your employees. Train them in a way so they can do problem solving. Let them to maintain your company so you will have more time to focus on the growth of your company. The highest level is investor, venture capitalist. People like Peter Thiel, he invests in Facebook at its early stage. After you have the experience of running small and big business and got a lot of money, you can invest for startup companies and make money without getting involved with the company operation. So does everyone understand this? If you do, please type understood in the chat box. After you understand the gain of money, you might ask me, so exactly how to build $1 million online store? Let me tell you now, you should know about 4P if you studied business before. Do you guys know about 4P? If you do, please type in yes in the chat box. Well, you know there's also 4P in e-commerce. The 4Ps are product, price, promotion, and place. It's what to sell, how much you sell, where to sell, and how to sell. These 4 elements are equally important. You need to have all of them to make your online business profitable in the long term. And these 4 Ps are the major reason you can make money online or not. 90% of the online sellers fail because they only have 3P or 2P. And this 4P was how exactly I built my $1 million online business. So you gotta pay really close attention to the 4P. Let's talk about the first P, product. Most of the people believe they have to sell popular products if they sell online, because popular products means high demand, and high demand means money. But just because everybody thinks that way, so there are tons of people selling popular products. So how can you compete with them? Lower your price, but after you keep lowering your price for many times, your profit becomes smaller and smaller. At the end, you are probably losing money if you sell a unit simply because you just couldn't beat the price your competitors are offering. Now, how many of you have this experience before? I did, but there's still some people who build a profitable business by selling popular products, but they actually spend thousands or 10,000s of money each month on the advertisement. However, as a startup, selling popular product is going to be difficult for you if you don't spend thousands or $10,000 each month on advertisement, such as Facebook ad or Amazon pay-per-click. So you need to do this instead. You need to sell niche product line with a lower demand. Why? Because you don't have many competitors. Your products can sell by itself. You don't need any advertisement. You don't need any products review, and you can still sell so fast. I have a student in my program. She found a niche product and listed it on Amazon, and she even forgot to add the keywords. The product starts selling right away on the next day, and she's out of stock after a few weeks. So she tried again on another niche product she found, bought more inventory this time, and voila, it starts selling right away the next day. She sold 4 units on the second day, and more each day. And she told me, selling niche product is so easy. All I need to do is to put a label on it and send it to Amazon FBA. No need to do packaging. No need to work on reviews, pay-per-click, nor promotion like I used to do when I was selling popular product. This is amazing. I have a product recommendation for the beginners. The retail price needs to be lower than $50 because this is a no-brainer price range people would purchase. The product size needs to be smaller than those 1-gallon milk you see in the supermarket. Also, the package weight needs to be lighter than 2 pounds. So your products won't take too much of the space and the shipping won't be that expensive. And most importantly, you gotta have a lot of accessories around the product. So I guess someone asked me this. He cannot beat his competitor's price, so it's really difficult for him to make a sale. When I saw this question, I knew he's gotta be selling popular products. Of course, it's price war. Now, please remember this. Popular products means more competitors because everybody else wants to sell popular products. My advice for this situation would be change your product line or see if you can find any niche accessories in the same product category or offer customized products. For example, let customer pick different colors on different parts of products like what Oakley sunglasses did on their website. Or you could let customers adding or removing any elements or offering Nan and Burberry. You need to offer a different service that others think is time consuming, but you're willing to spend your time to give customer a different experience. You will outrun everyone else. Let me introduce you a theory called long tail strategy. Why is it called long tail? As you can see in this chart, it looks like a long tail of an animal. The red part of the chart is the hits, the popular, and the yellow part is the non-hits, niche product. There are not many popular products, but most of them have high demand, and there are a lot of different niche products. Each one of them has lower demand. But if you combine all of the niche products together, the demand is higher than the hits. So by having a quick glance, isn't everyone wants to do the red part? If so, please type red in the chat. And that's why most people fail, because again, the red part means extremely competitive because everyone wants to do the red part. And the yellow part, not many people want to do it, so there is much less competition. Therefore, it's easier to sell your niche products. In the early stage of Amazon.com, when they used to sell only books, they used this long tail strategy. Imagine the red represents Barnes & Noble. They only sell popular book. So they have only like 100 titles. This is just an example, not the real number. The yellow represents Amazon.com. They mostly sell unique books and they sell 500 titles. Even though the demand is not high for each title, but most of them have buyers. So Amazon.com sells better than Barnes & Noble's. Also, a lot of people, they only sell a few products and over-focus on these few products. They do giveaways for product reviews, and they got so crazy whenever someone steals their buy box. Remember what I told you about the long tail strategy. You gotta have your own brand, private label, and you gotta have lots of different products. The more products you have, the more traffic you get. The more exposure you have, the more sales you will make. Look at those famous brands out there. Which brands only carry 1 or 2 products? They all have a product line. Let's take Apple for example. They sell computers with different specs, and they sell Apple TV, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch. Each one of them is a product line because they offer different specs. Like iPhone, you can choose from different colors, different memory storage size. You have the regular size and the plus size. Let me tell you a story of one of our clients. We had this rich client who lived on a private island. He asked us to develop a new product for his company. He hired a super expensive French designer to design the product, spent tons of money on advertisement, but he still couldn't make this company profitable. After 2 years, he finally found out the reason. It was because his company only got one product, and he finally realized this and fixed this problem by developing a whole product line and finally start generating profits again. So I got someone ask me this. Doesn't it take a lot of money to build a brand because it requires logo printing on the product and the package? Well, this is what people see in the retail store, but you don't have to do any of those in the online store. As long as the product is not patented nor branded already, you can technically buy anything and resell it as your own brand. For example, if you buy a cup at 99-cent store and there's no logo on the cup and the design is not patented, you can just resell this cup online. Just add your brand name in front of in the product title online. So you can put something like this, Ellen Pro Brown Cup, something like that. Then this cup becomes your product. Well, I'm not saying cup is a niche product. This is just an example that popped out from my mind now. And you will have inventory control problem when you have lots of products, lots of SKUs. So I got a question from this guy. He asked me how to do inventory control. The answer is you need an inventory software and you need to have a UPC barcodes on each unit. By the way, you can purchase UPC codes from eBay. So how this works is whenever you make a shipment, you can just use a barcode scanner to scan UPC on the unit. So the inventory number will get deducted in the software automatically. There's a lot of inventory system out there. Our company uses Inflow Inventory. I took this photo from a conference in Vegas not long ago. I invested $1,000 on this conference, but I think this picture itself worth more than that. The picture shows us what to sell online. The red circle on the left is Amazon's product selection, the products that already exist in Amazon Prime. The white circle on the right is your product selection of your own brand. Unique non-strategic product selection. The overlapping product selection is in the middle. This means you will need to carry what's already in Amazon, basically products of other people's brand, especially the famous brand. That will increase your traffic to your store. On the very right hand side, strategic product selection. This will be your biggest secret weapon. Basically, it's the customized products that other people don't offer. You don't need to have too many of those, but you must have it. And most of your sales will come from this part. Sounds good? Next, I'm going to talk about how to carry more products with minimum budget. Most of the online sellers don't test the market. They bought hundreds or thousands of units for one product at the very beginning. The reason was because to lower the cost or to match the minimum order quantity. And then what happened? They invest all of their money on this one particular product, and the product sells really slow. And they ended up got no money left to invest new products. These people would just tell me, I'll invest new product until I sell everything. And then what happened? They kept lowering the price, but it was still really difficult to sell. They barely made any profits. Now, how many of you have experienced this before? So what you need to do instead, buy 20 to 30 different SKUs and get 20 units for each product and test the market. If any of them sells pretty fast, next time you can buy more than 100 units to reduce the cost. For the products that don't sell very well, just discontinue them. By doing that, you will maximize your investment. So somebody asked, how much is the initial investment? Well, it really depends on you. For example, if the product cost is $3 per unit and you buy 20 units, and then you buy 10 different products, plus the transportation, it's about $600 to $700. Or if you only want to buy one product with 10 units, that's under $100. Here, I want to emphasize the importance of experiment. No matter what you do, buying products or buying advertisement, you gotta be testing all the time. Experiment, non-stop experiment until you find the one that works. That's what Tai Lopez kept reminding us in the mastermind session. You see, once you understand the concept, it's easy, right? The second P is the price. Most of the people didn't do research on their competitor's price and ended up setting their retail price too high. And your potential buyers will go to your competitors who are selling at lower price. You might think your product has better quality, so you go with the deluxe pricing. But you're not an international brand yet. You're not Chanel, you're not BMW. Your brand name doesn't mean luxury to your potential buyers yet. And the researchers state that 94% of the buyers will take time to find a lower price product online. So if you have to set a competitive price, if you have enough margin. Also, you will need to check your competitor's price at least once a month because the prices change very frequently. But you can still adjust your price after your brand name become top sellers of your category. There's another situation. Some people offer the lowest price without checking to see if it's profitable or not and ended up losing money. So when you set your price, please follow this rule. Your retail price minus cost minus shipping fee needs to be greater than your product cost. Okay, and someone wants to know about the tax issue. So this really depends on which legal entity you use. It's either sole proprietorship or corporation. If you don't have a high income, you should go with DBA, sole proprietorship. If you do, I suggest you to go with Inc. But you still need to consult with your CPA because everybody's different. The third P, promotion. How to sell. Most of the online sellers focus only on Amazon and ignore their own web store. You know what you can do with your web store. You can use your web store to collect buyers' email and send them weekly newsletters. Tell them you have a promotion because newsletter is the most effective way to communicate with all your customers at once and make them become returning customers. I use this method and collect 26,000 emails in 5 years. And the customer return rate is 25%, which means 1 out of 4 customers will become your loyal customer. You may also bring these customers to your Amazon store, but don't forget that Amazon charge you 15% commission. So think about this. If you can offer 10% off coupon and bring the customers to your web store, it will motivate them to buy more. And you're actually making more profit because you skipped Amazon's 15% commission. But don't think having a web store only is good enough. Like all those gurus out there tell you that you only need Shopify and Facebook ad or Google ad. A friend of mine was selling online. I forgot what they were selling, but they only had a web store. And they spent $5,000 per month on Google advertisement. After half a year, they shut down their business because they don't have any more money. They spent $30,000 on advertisement, but no result. They thought advertisement brings revenue. How many of you believe this too? I did believe in this, but it turned out it's not true. That was because it takes much time and investment to boost out the traffic on your website. So you should see your web store as one of your income platforms. I got someone asked me how to get more people to go to your web store. The simplest answer is to go to this website called similarweb.com and enter your competitor's web address in there. You will see where they get traffic from and you will know where your potential customers are. Just do the same thing as your competitors do. And let's talk more about social media platform. Actually, in the US, the conversion rate from a social media post to an immediate sale is not very high. Then why are we still using social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube? The purpose of social media works like free advertisement. By regularly posting about your brand, you let more people know about you, so you can establish your brand perception. And after they know about your product and brand, by seeing your posting regularly for a while, it will grab their attention and maybe they will purchase. So, if you post a Facebook ad to link to your website and ask them to purchase right away, the possibility of the purchase is about 0.71%. What you should do on Facebook ad is to bring people to your fan page or another landing page to collect their emails and then do email marketing on them. Also, social media is crucial at the early stage of your business. Many potential buyers rely on the number of your followers to decide if they want to buy from you. For example, if you saw a Facebook ad today, this ad is linked to a website that you've never seen before. You will think, is this safe? Are the products genuine? And you will Google this company name or check out their Facebook page. If you see this company with thousands or 10,000 followers, you will think this company is legit. So the whole purpose of social media platform is building your brand perception. This is also how you build a brand fast. You can also do one more thing in social media. Find an influencer on Instagram or Facebook, and this person needs to have thousands or 10,000 followers. And he or she is regularly posting about something that's related to your products. You can pay this person, send your product to them, and ask them to promote your product on their social media platform. Okay? So there's someone asked me about this. What if I'm promoting something that's completely new in the US and nobody knows about this? How could a potential customer search for this product? So in this case, you will need to find out any related keywords for this product and also use the power of social media influencers. Let them promote your product and spread out the news for you. Let's keep talking about the purpose of social media. This graph is called sales funnel. Through social media, you create brand awareness. For example, if you have 10,000 people saw your Facebook ad, and there are probably about 5,000 of them are seeing your social media posts regularly, and they are kind of interested in your product. And 2,500 out of the 5,000 people will actually click into your web store and start to think if they should make a purchase. And 1,250 people out of 2,500 people might actually place orders with you. Please be aware this number are just examples. It's not the actual ratio. This ratio is determined by the post on your social media, the title, the content, and the frequency. You need to post at least 3 times a day. And let me share a very convenient tool for you. This mobile app called Buffer. This free app will let you post also on all social media platforms all at once. You can even schedule your post. Isn't that great? So everything sounds good? If you understand everything I just said, please type yes in the chat box. The last P, place, where to sell. Here, I have to remind everyone again, most of the online sellers only care about Amazon. Like Amazon is the only way to sell and ignore all other marketplaces. Think about this. If your products sell well on Amazon, if you sell on eBay, you get additional revenue. Based on my experience, some products become your top sellers on eBay, but not on Amazon because their algorithms are different. You should see Amazon or eBay as one of your selling platforms, not the only one. I chatted with many successful online sellers in a conference in Vegas. They all say they sell on multiple marketplaces. So what you need to do instead is to list your products on multi-marketplaces, getting much more products and brand exposures. You think it will take a lot of time to do that, right? That's why you need an automated software to do all that for you. You create a listing once in this software, and this software will help you to send the listing info to multi-marketplaces all at once. Sounds fantastic, right? There are more than 10 software companies who can do that out there online. You can simply just Google multi-marketplace listing software. Let me tell you the revenue ratio from different marketplaces of our company. Amazon is only 58%. Think about this. If you could sell $10,000 per month on Amazon, if you sell in all different marketplaces, your total monthly sale will be around $17,000. If you don't want to list on all of them, I can tell you my top 3 marketplaces are eBay, Amazon, Walmart. Amy asked about Shopify. Well, Shopify is not a marketplace. It's an e-commerce platform where you can build your web store with shopping cart. Jay wants to know if there's any other marketplaces. So there are Jet.com. There are platforms. They perform very well. And also Rakuten, Sears, Newegg. And there is a marketplace called TradeMe for New Zealand. Moreover, most of the sellers list their products on only domestic marketplace. So they also missed out a huge revenue from foreign buyers in foreign marketplaces. So I had this neighbor who worked next door to our warehouse. They were also doing online selling. So they asked me this today, one day. They asked me this, don't you think the sales is slow this year? I told him no. Well, actually our sales is better than last year. I just didn't want to tell him that. I just responded no. So I asked, did you guys sell your products out to foreign countries? He said no, and asked, why would people in the foreign countries want to buy our products? The shipping fee is quite expensive. And then I replied, some of the countries don't have enough resource. Maybe they cannot buy the products you sell in their own countries. And sometimes the price we offer here plus shipping fee is actually cheaper than what they could buy in their own countries. And you might ask this. They use different languages in foreign countries. But think about this. What other places in the world also using English besides USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and UK, they use English. And most importantly, these marketplaces allow foreign sellers. So you should take advantage of this. Also, Amazon UK also attracts buyers from its surrounding countries, such as France, Spain, Germany, and Italy. In conclusion, you should see all of the marketplace as your multiple source of income stream. The more income stream you have, the more revenue you get. Of course, it will take a lot of time if you list all your products manually per marketplace. That's why you need a multi-channel listing software. You can Google this term to find all the different softwares offer this service. So, if you made any of the mistakes I mentioned earlier, please type in 4P in the chat box. Let me sum up the 4P. The following steps work for any products, any marketplaces, and any countries. The first step is to find a niche product line, private label it. I recommend starting from one niche product line, so buyers will think you're a specialized store and keep buying from you. You can find supplies from Alibaba.com or local vendors. For the beginning, just get 20 to 30 units per each product to test the market. The second step is to offer the lowest price among all local sellers and make sure it's still profitable price. No need to care about the selling price for China sellers, as there's no way you can compete with them. But that's okay, because many buyers don't want to wait for 3 to 4 weeks delivery. The third step is to list your products in multi-marketplaces. Go international, such as eBay, Jet, Amazon USA, Amazon Canada, and Amazon UK. The fourth step is to build a web store. Get on social media, build brand perception. The fifth step, on a regular basis, repeat step 1. Keep looking for new products to sell to scale your business. This is a step to grow your company and brand perception. The faster you get to repeat this step, the faster your company can scale. Some people might ask this, I did all the 4P, but how come I still cannot boost up my revenue? Because they might forget the most important and the most fundamental thing, mindset. Without the proper mindset, your business will not last long. That's why most of the self-help books out there are all about mindsets. No matter what you do, you will find the ways to achieve it if you have the proper mindset. And it will constantly drive you forward. Most of the successful entrepreneurs in the world, like Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg, they all study about the fundamental mindsets on a regular basis. When I first studied about success formula, I had no clue where I should go. I thought school would teach those. So I applied for some online MBA courses from those Ivy League universities, just because I had no business education background. I was so naive to believe that MBA classes would teach me about how to be successful entrepreneurs and how to scale my business. But guess what? I did learn some knowledge, but all of the courses taught me about how to become a successful employee in a big corporate. Everything is academic and theoretical. So I changed the direction. One day, I saw a Facebook ad about Tai Lopez. So I signed up for his course immediately. I started to understand the importance of reading. To be honest, I never liked reading before, not even novels. Reading makes me sleepy, really sleepy. But Tai got me into start reading all the entrepreneurial books. So I realized reading makes me sleepy when I didn't feel like learning anything. When I want to learn something so bad, I feel like my reading time is not enough. I wish I could master speed reading so I could learn much quicker and learn the golden nuggets from each book. So, in the past 2 years, I studied many successful entrepreneurs, including the ones from the last centuries. I took some online courses, read hundreds of internet articles, co-emailed to some serial entrepreneurs, spent tons of money on conference. I finally found a pattern from them. I found the formula of their success path. And this formula works on anything, no matter if it's business or personal goal. And I found the true purpose of reading, which is this. What you learn from books will plant seeds into your subconscious. When you need to apply them in your life, these seeds will become flowers in your conscious mind, leading you to make the right decisions. Now, how many of you have the habit of reading? If you do, please type reading in the chat box. And after you understand what I just said and feel like you should start reading, please type in start reading in the chat box. Anyways, the success principle is burning desire plus mindset plus practical strategies. You need to find a burning desire first, and with the proper mindsets, it will lead you to the practical strategies. Most of the people don't have burning desires. They think they don't have any control on what's happening to them in their life. Well, it takes time to find this burning desire. After you find it, you need to vision all the details in your head and remind yourself every single day. Also, you need to set this burning desire very high. Why? For example, if you set a goal of making 10,000 per month, then you will make 10,000 per month or less in the future. If you set a goal of making 100,000 per month, you will make 100 100,000 or less per month in the future. That's why people say dream big. That's what it is. But you might ask me this, how can I achieve this goal? It looks impossible. Well, if you think it's impossible at the beginning, you will not make any change, and it is impossible. If you think you will need to achieve this goal no matter what, you will take time to learn how to get there and start changing yourself, doing things differently. If the goal is too small, so small that you don't need to change yourself, so small you don't need to walk out from your comfort zone, then this is not a burning desire. Now, how many of you have a burning desire in your head? If you do, please type yes in the chat box. Napoleon Hill, a successful entrepreneur from the last century, he said this, to achieve anything, you need a burning desire. Tony Robbins also talk about burning desire all the time. This concept is called law of attraction. Whatever you want to do, you gotta think about it first in your head, and you gotta take action when opportunity knocks. If you don't take action, nothing will change. You won't be able to achieve any goals. I truly believe everything I have today is all based on law of attraction. How many of you have heard law of attraction? If you do, please type yes in the chat box. Let's talk about mindset now. One of my friends asked me this before. What exactly did you do to make your business successful? Well, I told him, it's not really about what I did. It's about what's in my head, my mindset. Like I mentioned earlier, most of the small business owners got stuck because they spend most of the time to maintain their business. Online world is very competitive. If your business doesn't grow, you will get outrun by your growing competitors. So you have to do something differently each year or each quarter. If you tell me your business is not going well because of the economy is bad, I will ask you if you've done anything differently every year to grow your business. If no, don't blame on the economy. It was simply because you got outrun by your competitors. But if you understand the formula, it's easy to outrun your competitors. I don't know if you and your friends like to talk about investing in stock, but let me tell you this. What you need to invest the most is not stock. It's yourself, your personal growth. Not long ago, I met an elderly man. He lended me a book and asked me to finish as soon as possible. I asked him, how long does it take to finish this book? He told me about 10 hours. I told him, I don't have this much of time. Then he told me this. Human is like a mold of a cup. The more knowledge you have, the bigger your mold is. You will be able to put more in yourself, able to achieve more. If you don't change your mold size, what you can achieve today will be the same as what you could achieve as yesterday. Warren Buffett's partner Charlie Munger said this. Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. This quote stuck in my head. I hope I can get this quote stuck in your head as well. The second mindset is persistent. Most people fail because they give up too fast. However, you don't persist on the methods. You persist on your vision and goals. When you find a business idea, don't get beat up by challenges. You need to persist on your vision. Turn sideways and approach your goals in a different way. A while back, Mark Zuckerberg hosted a Q&A session on Facebook. In this session, you can ask him anything. There's someone asking, what's your biggest secret for success? He simply replied, don't give up. If you have read this book called Facebook Effect or watched the movie The Social Network, you should know Mark encountered numerous challenges on his path, but he never gave up. He always found a way to make it work. The third mindset is dedication. This is pretty straightforward. You need to enjoy your work, and oftentimes you forgot about the time because you enjoy it so much. And you know your dedication will make a huge impact on your revenue. But don't overdo this. Most of the one-man entrepreneurs spend too much time at work and forget about the quality of life. Entrepreneurship is not only about making more money. It's more happiness and freedom. Like what Tai Lopez said, there are 4 pillars for success: love, wealth, health, and happiness. You need to balance these 4 pillars. Use your time wisely. Now, let me share 2 tricks with you about time management. The first one is wake up 1 hour earlier every day and use this 1 hour to do something you couldn't find time to do. This was how I started lmpro.com. The second trick is to schedule yourself the night before. For example, schedule yourself for shipping packages from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for tomorrow. Write a blog post from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. for tomorrow. Write a newsletter from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. for tomorrow. If nothing's urgent, you need to jump to the next task when time is up and resume working on the task the next day. The last mindset is gratitude. You gotta be grateful to your customers. They are the reason why you generate sales. You gotta be grateful to your employees. You cannot operate a company without their help. And gratitude is contagious. If you express this feeling to them, they will most likely express the same to you. Your customers will become your loyal fans. This mindset can also apply in personal relationships, including your family and friends. So that was all the mindsets. There are actually more, but these 4 are the most basic ones. So does everybody understand all this? If you do, please type in yes in the chat box. Now, let's talk about the last element of successful principles, practical strategies. This process takes the most time because you need to keep experimenting different ways and find out which way works the best. And you have to invest yourself when the opportunity knocks. Think about this. If you invest yourself for $1,000 and you will make $10,000, would you do this? My mentor Matt Poshis once told me this. Invest 20% of your net income on yourself for greater success. So you can find these practical strategies from books, seminars, conferences, online classes, or simply just hire a mentor who has already reached your goal. And the fastest way is to hire a mentor. It shortens your learning curve. And did you know all of the successful entrepreneurs have mentors behind him? Steve Jobs is Mark Zuckerberg's mentor. Warren Buffett is Bill Gates' mentor. Freddie LIKE is Richard Branson's mentor. Richard Branson once said this, "It's always good to have a helping hand at the start. I wouldn't have gone anywhere in the airline industry without the mentorship of Sir Freddie LIKE." Now, I love mentoring young entrepreneurs. As American author and businessman Zig Ziglar said, a lot of people have gone further than they thought they could because someone else thought they could. Find a mentor. At the early stage of my business, I wasted tons of money on the wrong products, wrong advertisement, wrong business operations because I had no mentor. I spent many years to figure out everything and found the most effective solutions over time. If you're interested in selling online or you want to boost up your sales, then I've experienced everything you're going to experience. And I bet I already know the answer to your biggest struggles. Based on my success and 5-year experience, I built a step-by-step system that will guide you to the success path you desire quick. Now, I have a question for you guys. How many of you want to make tons of money online and become millionaire? If you do, please type millionaire in the chat box. However, some of you might wonder, why should I share my big secret and teach you? I guess someone asked me this before. She said she knows a lot of online selling instructors. They're making money by teaching simply because their own online store doesn't make much money. I thought it was interesting after I saw this question. At this point, I finally understand how I'm different to all the other online instructors who teach selling online. Because today, right now, at this moment, I'm still running my online store, and my online store business is growing every year. And I do know many people who are successful in e-commerce, but they're not willing to share any of their secrets because they're afraid they're teaching their competitors. So why am I still teaching you this? That's because my business is growing steady, and I've already found an automatic system to grow the company. So I delegate most of the tasks to my employees, and I have some extra time to do something I love. I realize there are many people who are trying to succeed by selling online, but they just couldn't do it. So they feel discouraged. One day, I saw this Facebook ad about how to teach online. So I came up with this idea of teaching my expertise to help and empower people achieving financial and time freedom by selling online. And I also realized this. Once my students follow my course material and start making great results, their life changed. I could feel their excitement and movement. I think it means so much to me than my own success. Well, I'm excited with myself making $1 million, but I feel much more excited when my students start making 6-figure or more. So this is my mission. I want to use my knowledge and success to help and empower more people like you to achieve financial and time freedom with e-commerce entrepreneurship. That's why I built this training course called $1 Million Golden Formula. This course is everything you need to start making a profitable online store today. It's all the secret strategies I use to build my own $1 million online store from $600. I just went over some of the basic stuff, and I've already shown you it's easy to understand. I'll teach you everything I know based on my success. Now, how many of you are ready to start making money online? It's real simple once you know the secret sauce, right? We know the internet is amazing, right? Would you guys agree? You know, there's a lot of people are making tons of money on the internet. And you know you deserve so much money for yourself, right? And you know now is the time to invest yourself and enroll in $1 Million Golden Formula today, right? So I can give you an opportunity to start today. Now, we've got an opportunity for all of you to get this program today. So I'm going to give you all of you an incredible discount because you took your time to join this webinar. Now, let me go over what's included in $1 Million Golden Formula. This is a video training course. All of the video content are in my website, ellenpro.com. After you create an account and set your own password, you can access to all videos and start learning how to make money online right away. There are also subtitles just in case if you don't understand my accent. You can also watch the course content on a smartphone or a tablet, so you can watch it anywhere easily with internet connection. Also, you will have lifetime access to the content, so if you need more time to finish the content, don't worry, you can always come back and watch it over and over again. The content will always be there. Most importantly, this course is good for anyone in any countries, no matter where you live, no matter if you're in America or Canada, Asia or Europe. It all applies. Because what I'm teaching is the product selection and building an international brand. And the marketplace is just channels. So it's universal. I currently have 250 plus students worldwide, including United States, Canada, UK, Italy, Australia, New Zealand, India, Malaysia, Taiwan, China, Hong Kong, Japan, Vietnam, Philippines, Bangladesh. Chapter 1 is about finding niche product to sell. You will get a list of 50 plus ready to sell product idea that I already done the research for you. And you will also get the product validation from me personally. So if you are uncertain if you pick the right product or not, you will be able to ask me personally. Chapter 2, you will learn how to set up a legal entity for your business. You will learn how to find your vendors, so you don't have to travel overseas for that. You will learn how to arrange your first shipment so you will not be clueless when shipping company asks you for all the documents. You will learn how to take eye-catching photos so your buyer will be 100% trust for your product. You will learn how to do inventory control so you don't have to worry about overselling. Chapter 3 is about Amazon. I'll teach you how to create an Amazon seller account, how to optimize the keywords and doing Amazon advertisement to get your product on the first few pages of the search result. You will also learn how to do Amazon FBA to have Amazon fulfill the orders for you. And there's one crazy hack in this chapter. I'm going to teach you an ultimate keyword strategy that you can steal your competitors' clicks and sales. Chapter 4, how to sell on Amazon. How to sell on eBay. eBay is still big, so don't underestimate the sales from that. You will know how to set an eBay seller account fast, step-by-step video tutorial. You will know how to list products on eBay and how to do keywords, how to optimize the keywords. Also, you will know about how to make foreign buyers to see your listing with just a few clicks in your account to increase your revenue fast. Chapter 5 is the core material of the whole content. To my best knowledge, nobody else is teaching these strategies. So in this chapter, you're going to learn how to build your own global brand, how to do pricing, how to outrun your competitors and dominate online market of your niche, dramatically increasing your revenue. You see, I'm not teaching about how to get better. I'm teaching you how to dominate it. Chapter 6, you will learn about the essential mindset for running any business and how it's crucial that growing yourself personally has the strongest impact to your revenue. Chapter 7, you will learn SEO, so you will get sales from Google. You will learn how to bring your eBay, Amazon customers to your web store to save you 15% marketplace commission. And you will learn how to draft an appealing newsletter and make your customers keep buying from you. And you will learn how to write an appealing blog and social media posts to dramatically increase your brand exposure. Chapter 8, you will learn how exactly you can scale your business if you feel stuck. And if you enroll today, I've got a bonus chapter for you. I also teach you the strongest marketplace in Southeast Asia. So if you want to scale to there, you don't want to miss this. There's more. If you enroll today, you will also get the webinar replays and videos that I did with other successful entrepreneurs. For now, we have a Hollywood actress. So if you want to become a Hollywood actress or a star actor, you can also learn from her in this course. Because there are actual numbers in there. How long have you been trying to increase your income for? So you've been thinking about a change for more than 6 months. What makes you think that the next 6 months will be different than your past 6 months? You think you're going to do the work, research online, but do you have anyone holding yourself accountable? Do you have a mentor or know people who are just like you that are going through the same thing? And even if you do, will they be willing to share everything with you? And that's because it's easy to tell ourselves we'll change, but we often don't. Imagine 3 years from now, you're still working in the same company and making the same amount of money because you didn't take any actions when the opportunity knocks. So now you have 2 different paths. The first one is you can go on your own path, learning and researching everything on your own. I'm telling you, this will take much longer. Path 2, make the best decision, enroll today, and start making tons of money online with a mentor who can give you guidance whenever you encounter any challenges. This will shorten your learning curve and make everything easier and much faster.